Okay. So we'll start the meeting then at 7:03 p.m. We've got Susan Eastwood, Gene McCarthy, Bud Bagley, and Keith Lipker for the board. We have the applicants and their representative, which is Eric.
Yep.
Yes, Wagner. Okay. Previously, we had heard this back in August, but unfortunately, due to my error, I did not get the notice to the town clerk in time for posting. So even though we had a meeting that time, it was not a legal meeting. And then I understand from Mike D'Amato that there was also a change in the application, one of them because of a need for a handicap ramp. Is that correct?
No, there was an existing handicap ramp that was added to the house that their mother was in, but I was under the impression that that was temporary. It was put up near the end of her time. But I now understand that that's probably going to be a permanent thing. So I added it to the plans. But
Okay.
The other thing was I found an error in my area acreage for 368. I had erroneously had 86,000 where really it's 82,000 and then the difference on the other. So I fixed the areas. Nothing else has changed on this application. It's the same.
Okay. All right.
Line work is the same. Everything's the same.
Okay. Well, I jumped ahead. We don't have any old business, so we're getting into the new business. If there's nothing else changed, does anybody on the board have any questions regarding the applications?
No.
Okay. Well, since again we have gone through this previously with the plans and the explanations, and if nobody on the board has further questions, we'll adjourn the regular meeting now to the public hearing at 7:05. So the public hearing, we have the variance application of 368 Ashford Center Road to consider a lot line adjustment to increase the lot size to 82,352 square feet, where 90,000 square feet is required. Applicant Eric Wagner, owner Robert and Scott Meduna. And as I understand it, for clarification, and I'll ask Eric to jump in on this, the difference is coming from 370 Ashford Center Road. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And then part B is the variance application of 370 Ashford Center Road to consider a lot line adjustment, which will decrease the lot frontage to 40 linear feet, where 50 linear feet is required. And again, the owner, Robert and Scott Meduna. So again, we're actually decreasing the lot size on 370, and it's going to 368. But however, as I understand it from the last meeting that we had on this, that the both lots were non-conforming prior, and that there is Mr. D'Amato had pulled up some of the statutory language indicating that the non-conforming lots, I guess for the sake of argument, would be grandfathered in, and that these would be allowable non-conforming lots. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody on the board have any questions?
That I.
No.
Okay. Do the applicants want to add anything at this time?
I'm good.
Okay. So we will then conclude the public hearing, and I might mention that I have not heard anybody from the public. And I do know from Mr. D'Amato that the notices were resent to the abutting property owners. I am unaware at this time of anybody having corresponded in any way, pro or otherwise, regarding these applications. So at this time, we will return to the regular meeting. And I would like to have a motion to discuss the applications prior to voting.
I don't
So
think we
moved.
need I don't think we need a motion to
Okay.
discuss. We should make the motion to accept or not accept, and then we discuss. That's how typically how it goes. So I will make the
All right.
motion to approve the application.
Okay. And Jean,
Second.
that was you?
It was a second. Susan made a second.
Okay. Okay, let's, any discussion?
So I think that, Jean, I think you did it correctly. I just was wondering, do we have to accept it first, or did we already accept it? Sorry, I don't remember. Hi, Mike.
I thought
Well, what
that
we
Mike told us we didn't have to accept
Oh.
we just needed,
Okay.
it's accepted because it's at the meeting. We
Okay.
used to do that a while
Yeah,
back. but
I'm just a
I don't
little,
think it's necessary anymore.
thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Jean.
and to all of us, to all those present, unfortunately, we haven't seen a lot of business in the way of public hearings in recent times. Hopefully we'll have more of that, because that's always a good sign that people are working to improve their properties and so on. So without any further discussion, let's go ahead and vote on to either grant or not the application. Bud, how do you feel?
Yes, don't see a problem.
You need a yes or a no, Bud?
These are the same applications as before, the non-conforming lots.
Grant the application.
Excuse me?
Yes,
Yeah,
got a yes.
okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get, Jean,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes, I think that there is a case of hardship here.
okay, and myself, I vote yes. So the variance for the two, for 368 Ashford Center Road and 370 Ashford Center Road are approved. And just, and again, as last time, we will have to put in a public notice to the, usually we put it in the Chronicle. And then once the time goes that without any appeal of that, a letter will be sent that you take then to the town clerk to have entered into the land records to make it official. Any questions regarding that?
No, and thank you very much.
Okay.
Keith, I don't know if you can see that Mike Pepin got on. So I'll add him into about 7:07, 7:08, I guess. So I don't know if he's qualified to vote. He heard it last time, I think. Did you hear it in
Right.
August? Well, anyway, that's up to you, Keith. You're the chair.
Well, I think, why don't we, because I don't know, again, with joining late, and Mike, thank you for joining.
I'm sorry, I had trouble
we-
with the link. there.
Oh, no.
But
I couldn't get the video part to work, so I'm on my phone. But we had enough votes for this to pass. So I think we can
Yeah,
leave
absolutely.
it at
yeah, yep.
that.
That's good. That's fine. I just wanted to let you know that he was there.
Thank you. Also, we had the approval of the minutes of August 11th. I could read those, although I don't know it would count because, again, the notice issue being published, it really wasn't a legal meeting. I guess we could, does anybody want those read, or we just want to approve them without a reading?
You guys are done with me, right, Eric Wagner? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you again for your vote. Have a good evening, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank
You
you.
too. So,
You know, it looked like on line 8, the last minutes, there was a date issue. It looked like it said 2020. I'm not sure if
all
No,
right.
we should change that.
sorry.
I figured
That's
just,
okay.
just bring it.
Yeah, well, we can make that change. But again, since it wasn't a legal meeting, I don't know that it really
Yeah,
matters.
right.
So we could, subject to change of the date, we could accept the minutes. A motion, can I have a motion on that? Without
You need a motion for what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
Approval of the minutes of August 11th, the change regarding that date issue.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. The next meeting is November 10th.
You need to vote on it.
Oh, okay, sorry, okay, thank you. All those in favor of the approval of the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Yep.
All right. The next meeting then will be November 10th. Maybe we'll have some business. By then, I think that we'll have some new members. But I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for all the time, the years you put in on the ZBA. And I certainly enjoyed it when we were sitting, when we had the in-person meetings. We had a few more of those, but I always found that I appreciate your input and your questions and just the way that you saw things that sometimes some of us didn't see. And I thought that was all good. And you're going to be missed. So again, thank you very much for all you've done.
Thank you, Bud.
Thank you, Bud.
But
So with that, let's move for adjournment unless somebody
Take care,
has anything
appreciate
else.
that.
I'll move.
Really
Okay.
appreciate
To
it. Thank
adjourn.
you.
Okay, so we're this has got to be a record, folks. We're adjourning at 7:50.